Hello, everyone, and welcome to the AskARoofer Minisodes, where we provide you with just short and sweet information. And I am here with the one and only John Kenney. And John, why don't you introduce yourself for people who don't know who you are?
Sure. Well, first of all, hi, Lauren, and it's always thank you for having me back on. I always enjoy being here.
Yeah.
So I'm John Kenney with Cotney Consulting Group. So I've been in roofing for about 45 years as a contractor, working on estimating operations, and now I'm into consulting with contractors nationwide. So I spent a lot of time, which I always enjoy working with AAR on helping homeowners understand what really matters in a roof system, not just what they see on the surface. So I think we're ready to move to our question. I love this. I love these questions we get.
Yeah. So today we're talking about underlayment. For homeowners with an older roof that maybe isn't leaking, what are the biggest advantages of doing a full tear off with new underlayment versus just doing a roof over or a re-roof?
Sure, and I know as a homeowner myself, if I didn't have my roofing background, and this becomes a great question, it really does, because do we go over it? Do we tear off? So looking at this, so when a homeowner has an older roof that isn't leaking, there is that temptation to save money and install a second layer of shingles. And in some cases, absolutely, it's allowed by local code. But the biggest advantage to doing a full tear off is it lets you reset the entire roof system. You get to inspect the decking. You go and address any hidden damages, which always happen underneath an older roof. And you get to install a new underlayment that has been designed to manage moisture and backup of water. Underlayments have improved tremendously over the last even decade, maybe 2 decades itself. So more than likely, any existing roof that's time for a re-roof doesn't have the newest technological advantages in underlayment. So look at underlayment, excuse me, look at underlayment as a secondary defense. It protects the home if wind driven rain and ice gets in past the shingles. So it's definitely worth doing
Yeah, and definitely something you want working in its tip-top shape.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what are maybe some of the risks that homeowners overlook when choosing to install that second layer of shingles instead of starting fresh?
Sure, another great question. I think what homeowners often overlook is that the roof over hides problems instead of solving them. And I know that I've been early in my career, starting out in the Northeast, did a lot of roof overs for people, and it never came out exactly the same as if we tore it off and started over. And that is just the way it is. And why is that? Because one, we can't see deteriorated decking, and you're also adding extra weight. So it's not, and even though the code may allow it, you're still putting on a whole layer of weight on top of your roof. And then, especially if you're in the snowy areas, it's just additional weight that you may not want to have. And if you're relying on the old underlayment, as we talked before, it's already done its job for 20 or 30 years. So if something goes wrong later, repairs are more complicated and more expensive. So when you have a leak, when you can have a leak in a roof over, it can happen. Flashing leak, whatever may happen, damage due to a storm. Problem when you have 2 roofs over it is it travels. So where it's showing up on the inside, maybe nowhere near where the leak is, so it becomes more difficult. And also, another issue is it may not get down inside where it shows up until after it's done a lot of damage to the roof underneath and possibly that decking. So by the time it shows up, you may be in for a larger repair. So I look at it this way, a roof over may absolutely save money up front, but it often costs more money over the life of the roof.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Anything else you think homeowners should know about their underlayment?
No, I mean, there's all types out there. And the biggest thing that I think any homeowner should do is do their homework. Before
Yeah.
you even go out and have the roofer come in and, you can have them come out and make the recommendations, but go research it yourself. Go to the manufacturer's sites so that you can see, because most manufacturers offer multiple different types of underlayment, and they'll tell you what's best for what your situation is and also maybe what part of the country you're in. So I
Yeah.
also always recommend ask all your questions. Don't be afraid. That's what I love about Ask a Roofer. Get your questions out, because that's what we're all here for, is to get you hopefully answers and give you information to make an intelligent decision that's best for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Ask those questions and we'll get them answered for you, just like John's doing now about all your underlayment questions. Um, well, John, thank you. This has been great. And
My
for
pleasure.
all of you listening, make sure that you subscribe and check out our next Ask a Roofer Minisode.
If your roof needs answers, subscribe now to the Ask a Roofer podcast. We've got your questions covered, one episode at a time. Go to askaroofer.com to submit your questions and learn more. Stay tuned and keep those questions coming.